Today I want to follow up on the joint pain video that I made. Um, for people who didn't see that, I spoke about um, the joint pain cause and effect and how there's a huge population that suffer from that because a huge population is over 50. I touched on the fact that we made it over 50 because we because of medical science. They eliminate a lot of diseases that would have killed us um, in the earlier centuries. Um, I kind of touched on the fact that I don't trust physicians, that they just manage um, health, and it's a mad race to fleece the healthcare system. I mean the Medicaid system, and they don't have time to really look into the real cause and effects of diseases today. They just manage it. So it depends upon the individual to really ensure that they have longevity and good health. So I want to document my transformation of my health as it pertains to aches and pains, general aches and pains, but mostly with me it was in my elbows and knees. Um, I've had it to the point where I couldn't get up a ladder, I couldn't descend stairs. If I go down a step, there'd be a thud like every time I descend on a step. So because I'm not supporting my body weight correctly, because my legs, the muscle of my legs were weak. I knew that I had to do something. It was depressing, and um, basically, at one point, I just thought it was a part of getting old, but I didn't accept it. I've tried a lot of home remedies like turmeric, um, krill oil, fish oil, um, joint gels, um, cherry juice, anything anti-inflammatory. I've tried it with limited success. You know, so basically, I came to realize that it was what I was eating, based on a few books I've read, a few lectures I've seen, and just general acquired information. I kind of solved that riddle. It was based on what you eat and the fact that as we get older, we don't eliminate waste from our bodies. That waste goes into the blood and the body attacks it and causes inflammation. So here are the transformation. Um, I had bursitis, which is pain at the elbow, um, pains in the knees, pains in the shoulders. All of that's gone, kaput, out of here. Um, couldn't walk. Now I can run and sprint. Couldn't do a push up. Now I could bench over 200 pounds. Um, couldn't go down a step. I could run down a step, run up a step. No pains. You get up in the morning and it's an achy back, an achy shoulder. It takes a minute to straighten up. I can pop right out of bed in the morning. And these are facts. And I have to tell this to whoever gonna listen. If you have this problem, You got to look at what you eat. You got to look at what you eat. It's a fact. Outside of the um, inflammatory problems, there's a general boost to health. Um, One is I sleep better. Two is I wake up and pop out of bed without this achiness that you get as you get older. The achiness is from inflammation. You got to stop the inflammation from forming. You don't fight the inflammation. That's a waste of time. So all these products they got out here with turmeric, everybody jumping on that bandwagon. Turmeric, turmeric that, turmeric this. A bunch of BS. Okay? A bunch of bullshit. People are cashing in um, because there's desperate people. They want the mobility that they had as a youth. They want it back. And people are desperate and they're buying this stuff. You cannot fix this problem with a product or products. You cannot fix it with that. You got to fix it with a lifestyle. It's a eating habit change. Um, there's a lot of people out here that are. One guy that comes to mind is a guy by the name of Joel Wallach, and he's a big time holistic healer. He's a PhD guy. He's a pathologist. He dissected hundreds of dead folks and found diseases. So he got a lot of accreditation to his name, and he proposed his ideology is health and longevity depends on an inclusion of vitamins and minerals. So he packages uh, an array of vitamins and minerals, and and it's a big thing right now with him. In fact, his lectures has more views than a Michael Jackson video when Michael Jackson was alive. So he's a big guy right now. Um, do I think his approach is right? It may be partially right. Um, I don't give a lot of credit to physicians as it relates to health because they know a lot, but they don't know everything, or they don't know, sometimes they don't know the critical things. If everything you need to know about health is from here to here, physicians know from here to here. They know half. I get him that. His concept is that the degeneration of health is caused by a lack of vitamin and minerals. Um, do I have the right to challenge that? Yes, I do. Um, I'm a layman. Like I said, I don't have a PhD. I'm not even a nurse. But I have enough biological background to challenge that. The reason I would challenge that is because our ancestors didn't take vitamins and minerals created in a lab, okay? And they live healthier than we are today. The only thing took out our ancestors was infectious diseases, and that's because they didn't understand microbiology back then. So infections will kill you. Um, Dysentery, whole array of stuff that was contagious killed them. Uh, but they didn't die of cancer, heart disease, um, kidney disease, diabetes. They didn't die of that. They didn't. If you investigate their bones, you didn't see arthritis back then. Um, so I have a problem with him saying that health and wellness and health and longevity depends on an inclusion of vitamins. I have a problem with that. Um, you look at the Eskimos, they eat a diet exclusive of fish and seals, and they're healthy. They don't have no vitamins that they buy and include, and they're healthy. So my concept is vitamin health and longevity is an exclusion of too much food. The reason I say that is simple. You eat too much of the wrong things, your body is charged with processing it and getting rid of the waste. As we get older, we can't get rid of waste. That waste enters the bloodstream and suppresses your whole general health. If you get rid of waste, if you don't eat too much, you process waste better as you get older. So if waste doesn't enter your bloodstream, you don't get inflammation, period. That's the whole concept. So look at what you eat. Eat less, and you will see a boost of health all the way around the board. I can sprint. I pop out of my bed. I sleep well. I go to bed at night. I shut my eyes. Next thing, I wake up in the morning. It's morning. I'm not tossing and turning. I don't have achiness in the morning. It's night and day. And I'm not a public speaker. I don't even speak well, but I'm prompted to speak on this because I've lived it. There's a milkshake by this guy named Stephen Gundry. I include that because I like what he's packaging. In the shake, it's I think spirulina, sea moss, and hemp and flaxseed. Those things replaces the nutrients and the protein that vegetarians lack. That's all I do. No multivitamins, minerals, none of that. To me, you include that in your system. Your system just is taxed with something else to eliminate, and you don't know what the hell they're putting in these vitamins in labs. So I'm not for a whole barrage of vitamins. I'm not for that. So I'm sorry, Mr. Joel Wallach. Uh, yes, people will believe you instead of me, but I have a right to challenge because there's a free country and people could say what they feel. Um, I'm gonna end this today, but I'm gonna speak on some more as time goes on.